What's going on, everyone? What's going on? So, on today's topic, we're talking about several topics that we wanted to delve into. But the first topic we want to talk about is the star dancing from Franklin Saint from the actual hit TV show Snowfall. And, you know, let me tell you something. I'm gonna come from a perspective is I know that when you love something and it's something that you want to be able to do on a high level because you have a passion for it. How many of you have a passion or doing something that you love or you feel that you was made or created or have a gift, have a talent, and most importantly, you have a purpose to do what you feel that you was created to do. There was something inside of you that said to yourself that yes, I have to perform this task at a high level. And in order for me to get there, in order for me to be able to maximize my talents, I need to tap into this character. I need to tap in this character. And what we're talking about in the very first conversation is Damson Idris. And there's been a lot of talks about Damson and his comments when he had to do a specific scene on Snowfall. And let's tap into it. Feel free to comment. Feel free if you want to actually come on the stream, let me know, and I'll actually send an invitation link and give your input and your opinion on the situation. But let's kind of get into it. And he said that as he was tapping into this character, there is a scene that he just wasn't having it that day, right? And he said that he kept digging and digging deep. And it even got to the point that he mentioned that he had to invoke the devil to play this evil character. Now, let me tell you something. Snowfall to me is one of the best TV shows that's out there that I've seen in a long, long time. But I have several perspectives on this. Now, my first perspective is I understand what he is saying. I understand now. I know you have some religious people. Lord, have mercy. What do you mean you understand what he is saying? Would you do that? Me? Hell no. Hell no. But I understand is that I have my own belief system. I have my own way of doing things. And I'm not foolish to sit here and think that everybody else is going to have the same perspective, the same mindset that I am going to have. That's foolish. And I think we in order to engage in conversations, you have the right to your opinion. Let me just say that. Number one, you have the right to your opinion. But you also have to realize is that other people have the right to their opinion. So he was sitting at this round table with other actors, and people were saying and agreeing with him that that stuff is really real. And let's kind of get into it. He actually had mentioned, as it says right here, is that Damson actually invoked the devil. He said during a Hollywood Reporter pre-awards panel, astonishing fellow actors. And he said this last season, I was hitting a block. And he said he was hitting that block I'm not doing it right. So I went in a corner and I said to myself, come on, devil, come to me, because I had to do something crazy, right? That's what he said in the video. And I thought it was something that, whew, I want you to listen to exactly what he said.
I remember sometime we do 10 episodes for my show, and in this last season, I was hitting a block, right? I was like, oh, I'm not doing it right? So I went in the corner, and then I was looking at the wall, and I was like, come on, devil, right? Come to me, because I had to do something like crazy, right? Had nightmares for a month. So it does come
to it or after?
After. Like I had nightmares every day. Like I felt that energy.
Oh, interesting.
And I had to pray and do all this stuff to like get rid of it. And you call your mom up and you're like, bring me back to life. And that stuff is real. That stuff really is real. I was
Now, let's delve into this conversation. Is that you have to understand, and I think from a perspective where he's coming from, is that when he's performing a character, and we all know that if you watch the TV show Franklin Saint, he has went viral several seasons on certain parts that he's played Franklin Saint. And I think when you're actually going somewhere and you need to captivate the moment, there comes a point in time in a scene where you literally have to dive into that character and to be able to make it as realistic as possible, because that's your job as an actor. Your job as an actor is to make it believable. Your job as an actor is to captivate your audience, to make it so real where you actually believe that this guy is Franklin Saint and he is actually doing these things in real life. And I think he did a masterful job on playing the role of Franklin Saint. And I believe sometimes people can get so much in what he said and take away from the art on what he was conveying and what he had to do. Sometimes there have been several actors that have said that a lot of times after they finish playing the role, they have to seek therapy. Sometimes after they finish playing the role, they find themselves still in character and they take that character home with them. And this is, I believe, a normal thing is when you are engulfed into a character, you're not your own personal self. You have to tap in to somebody else hours and hours and hours of over time. And a lot of times that can grab hold of you. And I think you have to be mindful. I was telling my wife the other day, this is just a prime example why you have to be so careful of coveting what other people have and wishing that you was going down that path. Because there's been a saying is that be careful what you ask for, because you don't know what people had to go through to get what they got. This is why you have to be careful, because a lot of times a lot of people want the glitz and the glamour, right? A lot of people wants to have fame. A lot of people want to have celebritism. A lot of people want to be famous for something. But you have to really count the cost on what you have to go through to be able to obtain several things. And I'm going to say this, man, you just have to be mindful. You have to understand that. And there are different levels of success. And you have to understand those different levels of success, it requires you to sacrifice something. Some people don't want to understand that. It requires you to sacrifice something. Now, it may not be you sacrificing yourself to the point that you are invoking the devil and saying, "Hey, devil, come to me. I need you to come to me so I can be able to fulfill this role, fulfill this purpose." But there could be a sacrifice of something. Whether you having to not spend as much time with your child, whether you're not having to spend so much time with your family because you're traveling, there are some things that have a cause. And the higher the purpose, you have to understand there comes on the other coin or the other side of that, there comes a sacrifice. Very rarely, the bigger your purpose, the less you have to sacrifice. Very rarely. And can be a unique situation where you don't have to really sacrifice who you are to be able to maintain or be able to grow into your purpose. And that's something we have to keep mindful of, because on this topic, I thought it was very important to convey, very important to talk about, because there are a lot of things that we can do as individuals, that we all have hopes, we all have dreams, we all have aspirations that we are trying to achieve something, but it costs. It's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you your time. It's going to cost you to, I have to go and study for some hours. I have to go and study to get this certification to be able to attain this title that I want. There always have to be an exchange of something. Very rarely is just something that you're obtaining without giving up something. And I think that's the main takeaway, that in my belief, that I want people to understand, is that this is his journey. This is his path. He is doing something that's according that is in alignment of his purpose. And he felt in order to achieve something, he had to tap in. And if you watch the talk show, then you will understand the situation of some things he had to do, the character Franklin Saint, that he didn't want to do. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. There are certain things he had to do in order to obtain something. There were a lot of illegal things that he did to be able to obtain the material things that he obtained. Come on, man. We can't sit here and judge. We can, because I feel that everybody have their opinion. But what I'm trying to say is that we have to be ever so mindful. Have you ever done something bad? Have you ever done something that you regretted? Have you ever done something that you regretted to such a degree where you wish you didn't do that, or you wish you didn't put yourself in that position? Now, understand, he has a job, and in this job, it is his role and his duty to be able to tap into this character so much where we, the consumer, the customer, or the person that's viewing it, wants to see such a good actor perform his role at a high level, where we was left off by saying, especially the ending of that show, like, dang, man. Dang. So I don't have a problem with what he said. That's his journey. That's what he felt that he had to do. Point blank, bottom line. Now, I want to go into another story I want to talk about BC Young Fly and his baby mama, Jackie O. And I think it's so very important to talk about this story. You know, we live in a society. Let me back up a little bit. There are a lot of people that are in pain. There are a lot of people that are stressed. There are a lot of people that are going through things in their life and they are not happy. I am an advocate for mental health. And I want to make sure that I convey this message in such a way where it's uplifting, but I also want to keep it real. You know, I was talking to my wife about this story. We was talking back and forth. And I said to myself when I saw the pictures of DC Young Fly, baby mama, I was saying, wow, man, why? What a mommy makeover? What is the reasoning? I mean, she looked good to me. She didn't look like bad. But then as me and my wife, we was talking, you have to understand is that she was a Wild 'N Out girl on the Wild 'N Out show, the Nick Canning Wild 'N Out show for years. And it was alleged where she actually had got into with the doctor and it was something like an exchange. So apparently, allegedly, it was like on her social media, she has millions of followers, right? And it appears for her exchange for a mommy makeover, she promoted this doctor on her social media platform for an exchange of a mommy makeover. And that's the story that's allegedly been put out there. Allegedly. It's very important to say that. And I'm going to go ahead and put the banner on the bottom. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this story is because there have been a lot of incidents where when someone goes underneath the knife and they get these type of surgeries or get these type of things done to their body, and a lot of people are going overboard. Now, I'm not talking about DC Young's Fly baby mama, but I think it's so very important. I hope her death at the age of 32 does not go in vain. Listen, chat. You have to realize this woman was 32 years old. Not only that, they have 3 children. She has left behind 3 of her children. And the thing is, all of them are young. So I'm thinking to myself, will her children ever remember their mother as they get older? I'm thinking to myself, isn't that such a drastic way to go out? You go into a situation thinking that you're going to look fabulous, you're going to get the work that you need to get done, whether what parts on your body that you wanted to enhance, and you're thinking to yourself, the last thing that you're thinking in going into an operation like this is that you're going to die. That's the last thing that you're thinking. But knowing that you died by getting a surgery that are so popular out here. You have so many women. I think it's so very important to talk about. There are so many women that I see that's out here that's getting these enhancements that does not need to happen. And I start saying to myself, like, damn, man. You see some of the women that have these enormous lips, these this enormous hips and enormous butt, enormous breasts. And I say to myself, I say like I don't have a problem with an individual, a human being that is not happy with the way that they look and they want to get enhancements done. Me personally, I don't have a problem with it. But the problem I have is that you have a lot of people that are getting things done and they're going overboard with it. And they turn out, in my opinion, on some people, they turn out looking worse than they did before. Listen, love yourself first. Now, let me be very clear. Just because if you go and get an enhancement doesn't mean that you don't love yourself. I have no issues with it. But when I see stories like this, Jackie O, dead at 32 years old because she went to go get a treatment done, that bothers me. That bothers me from epic proportions. So the BET Media Group put out a statement and they said that we are deeply saddened by the passing of Jacqueline Smith. They went on to say that she is known to the world as Jackie O, a talented Wild 'N Out family member whose impact will be forever treasured and missed. Jackie O was a loving friend and beloved colleague of the Wild 'N Out cast throughout 5 seasons. 5 seasons. More importantly, she was a tremendous mother to 3 beautiful children. The BET Media Group extends their sincere condolences to the Smith family, DC Young Fly, B. Simone, Nick Canning, and all friends who loved and cared for Jackie O during this difficult time. Now, the report says that the MTV Wild 'N Out star reportedly died in Miami, where she had allegedly traveled to undergo a mommy makeover surgery. Her cause of death is not yet known. Now, it's being reported allegedly that she had some type of heart condition. Jackie O, born Jacqueline Smith, was staying at the Homewood Suites by Hilton Miami downtown Brickell, where she was found unresponsive on the evening of May 31st. According to a Miami Police Department incident report obtained by the Times, police were dispatched and she was transported to Mercy Hospital, where despite resuscitation efforts, she was pronounced dead shortly before midnight. The case is still under investigation. Now, I had watched Tasha K show on yesterday, and Tasha K had this individual who is known to do her deep research and have receipts of the specific doctor that Jackie O went to. Now, all of this is alleged. All of this is alleged. Now, this doctor is pretty well known. Well, let me say this. There are some red flags that were said by the person that's made statements on the Tasha K show that I implore you to go watch that episode, because I definitely don't want to get into something where if it turns out to not be true, you have to be very mindful when you're repeating things that you hear from other people. And I implore you, if you want to know more about the story on what this lady had said to Tasha K on the Tasha K show, then I implore you to go over to Tasha K and look at her latest episode that she did on Friday concerning this case and the doctor that apparently allegedly did the surgery of Jackie O. But it's very important to, let me read this statement. According to Stanford Medicine, a mommy makeover surgery entails a combination of various procedures tailored to the patient's preferences and can include any combination of the following, which is a tummy tuck, breast augmentation, breast lift, liposuction, and vaginal rejuvenation surgery. But typically, the standard mommy makeover entails a tummy tuck and breast augmentation. Now, Smith, the person that's deceased, had been in a relationship with DC Young Fly since 2015. They met while both were starring in Wild 'N Out, and at the time, Smith had been in a Wild 'N Out Girl for 2 seasons, and DC Young Fly was a rookie on the hip hop variety series. Now, Smith opened up about her pregnancy, her love for her children, and the pressure to snap back after having children. See, this is why I want to talk about this topic of conversation, because you have to understand her role as a Wild 'N Out Girl. And if you ever watched the show, a Wild 'N Out Girl is really someone that's easy on the eyes because of their figure. It's because of their looks. And you have to understand that it's important in that role for you to maintain a certain look. And this is what she said in a statement in regards to the pressure of having to maintain a certain look as a Wild 'N Out Girl. She said that I looked in the mirror and said to herself, damn, I need to lose some damn weight because my stomach is looking crazy. But you know, it happens. I had a baby, she said. Now, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. How many of us, and since, let me just reference to the ladies. How many of you ladies are happy with the way you look in the mirror? How many of you looking right in the mirror, if you was looking in the mirror right now, and let's say if you took your clothes off and you looked in the mirror, are you happy with your body? That's a very important question and you need to answer for yourself. Are you truly, genuinely happy with the way you look? Let me give you my opinion. I don't think there are women out there that are happy with the way they look, especially if they were pregnant and they've looked a certain way mostly all their life, and then all of a sudden they got pregnant, and they feel in their mind is now their body looks different. It can be women out there that's not even pregnant, and just as they get older, their body changes. Their stomach has gotten a little bigger. Their cheeks has gotten a little fatter. Their neck, their back has gotten a little wide. There are some unhappy people out here. And we have to realize is that sometimes it's hard for that individual to deal with that. It's hard sometimes for that individual, that woman, to say, man, they've looked a certain way mostly all their life, and then they're unhappy with the way they look. They put on their nice outfit that they used to could get into, and they can't wear it anymore. And now they are stressed. They go in depression mode, and they feel like, this is some women, I'm not saying all women, and they're saying to themselves, like, man, you know what, man, I work out. I've been eating right. I've been working out for some months, and I'm still not getting the results that I want. I'm taking these weight loss pills, these weight loss supplements, and it's just not coming fast enough. It's not. Then you go strolling on social media. You stroll on social media, right? You're strolling. And as you're strolling on social media, you start comparing yourself. Whether it's one of your friends on social media, and as you comparing yourself, you're saying, oh my goodness, what have I got myself into? How did I let myself get like this? And that was somebody, my dogs are out there barking. Simba, Simba, sit down. Y'all want to see my dog? Y'all want to see my dog? Come here. Here go my little man. His name is Simba. Say hello, Simba. What's up? What's up? You protecting the house? You protecting the house? That was just somebody dropping something off. It's okay. So I have a big dog. I have a Cane Corso. So when my little man right here, Simba, when he gets to barking, he just wakes up the big lion. My Cane Corso name is Blue. So we have Blue and we have Simba right here. What's up, buddy? What's up? You're so adorable. Yes, you are. All right. Let's get down. Don't start no bark. Come here. Sit down. So let's get back into it. And as you're looking through social media and you see your homegirls looking a certain way, and you start seeing other people that you don't know on social media looking a certain way. And don't forget, we live in a society where you are praised for looking slim. You are praised for looking a certain way, that you have a big butt, nice breasts, and things of that nature. And you have to understand is that if you are not happy with the way that you look, it's easy to get hypnotized and to start thinking that I need to let me implore myself by reaching out and getting a mommy makeover done, getting these procedures done that's going to make me feel happy, that's going to make me get back to my size, that's going to allow me to get back into my clothes. And the reason why this story is so important is because sometimes we can want something so bad. We can want something so bad, and we look over the possibilities of something that can happen bad to you. And what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to put fear in someone's heart, but what I'm trying to explain is think of the cost. And I'm not talking about the financial obligation to pay and get these procedures done, but we have to really start thinking, is it worth my life? Is it worth? And you may have somebody, you may have somebody that say, man, there have been other people, other women that have got things done and nothing bad happened to them. Yeah, you're right. That's true. But did you think Jackie O thought that it would happen to her? Did you really think that she thought in her head that I'm going to get this mommy makeover done and I'm going to die? No. She said, I'm going to get this mommy makeover done. I'm going to get the results that I'm looking for. I'm probably going to be on bed rest for a month or two, but I'm going to be able to bounce back, look great, and go on living my life. And that wasn't the case for her. Now, DL Hewley responded to the news on Instagram by posting a photo of DC Young Fly and writing, "My heart breaks for my young brother, DC Young Fly, and his children. What you see on TV is only a sliver of who this young brother truly is. He is a strong, solid, determined young man of faith. He's a family man, which is why this cut so deep." DL Hewley went on to say that we love you, my family, and I send every ounce of love we have and prayers for strength to you and your family through this time. Stay strong in your faith, brother. And Cardi B shared a photo as well of Jackie with her 3 children to her Instagram stories. And she wrote by saying, "My heart hurt for them beautiful babies." Isn't that the truth? I think it's so very important. And my message is that women and men, because you have men that get procedures done too, is that it's so very important that you do your homework. And it's not just about focusing on doing your homework on these physicians. That's very important. But what I want to relay a message is to think, is it really worth it? Because let me tell you something, man. A lot of times with these type of procedures, they get you to sign a lot of paperwork. And you have to understand that when you sign these paperwork, there is a slim chance that something can go wrong. And a lot of times they get you to sign these paperwork that it covers the doctor. And you have to understand, is it worth the slim chance of me dying and leaving behind my loved ones because I want to look a certain way? Let me just tell you, in my honest opinion, especially knowing in this story of what happened to DC Young's Fly, mother of his children, it's not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it at all, not even a little bit. I will try to go down the path of doing everything else that I absolutely can, whether it's eating right, whether it's changing your eating habits, whether it's, ensuring that go to your doctor, talk to your doctor, explore all of the alternatives of things that they can do for you, that they can prescribe for you, where you don't feel that you have to go down this road to get such quick and easy results, because sometimes quick and easy is not always the best path. My condolences to Jackie O and her entire family, DC Young Fly, and their children. Let's get into another story that I wanted to talk about today. Is Lizzo. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this story is because she actually did a whole lot of tweets in response to a lot of body shamers that went on Twitter about her weight. And this is why I say it's so very important, man, is that you have to love yourself, right? You have to love yourself. Lizzo has so many things that are going good for her, but she ain't got time to be worrying about no haters, man. She ain't got time. Period. At all. I think her net worth is around $40 million. And she don't have to worry about that, man. This what I would implore with Lizzo. If my net worth is over $40 million, I'm known all over the world, have traveled all over the world, I'm alive, and if she feels good, she's able to get up, she's able to do what she wants to do. Later for the haters. I don't give a rat's ass on what someone think about me. I believe in moving in silence. I believe in keeping things private in your life and not telling the world. I'm a believer of that. But I'm also a believer is that I don't feel that I have to respond to stupid ass comments from people. Why? What is the point? What is the point? What is the point? Bitch, do you know I'm worth over $40 million? Bitch, do you know how many followers I got of supporters that are Lizzo fans? Bitch, do you know that I'm Lizzo? Do you know that I'm special? Do you really know? I really want to look you in the eyes, and I need to understand that you know how special that I really am. But I get a feeling that you don't really care about me. Lizzo, turn off the comments. Turn off the comments, Lizzo. As you can see, I have a TikTok, I have an Instagram, I have a YouTube, I also have a Twitch, I also have Facebook pages, and I'm streaming on all those platforms right now. Listen, man, listen, man. You have to have a strong mental mindset to not care what people think. You have to implore yourself to understand that there's a thin line between constructive criticism and hate. There's a thin line between that. And sometimes people can say the most evil things. Now, with that being said, could Lizzo benefit of losing just a little bit of weight? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But at the same time, you have to understand is that everybody's gonna come in all shape and sizes, and you don't know the health situation that she's dealing with. Now, do I disagree with a lot of the body shaming? You damn right I do. Because a lot of that is built in with hate. A lot of that is built in with jealousy. But let me say this, if you're going to be on social media, damn it, if you're going to be on social media, you better make sure that you have the mental fortitude to handle social media. Because all this going back and forth, what somebody said in your comments of your video, it ain't worth it, man. The internet is undefeated, bro. Understand, you have all type of people that is on the internet. You have all types of people that's going to make some damn comments that you don't like. Why waste time responding? Because let me tell you something. Once you respond, you are making them feel good about themselves because they felt like they done hit a nerve. Because if they didn't hit a nerve, why are you wasting time on responding back? Especially responding back to people that don't even have a profile picture, bruh. I have a pet peeve about that. Especially you have all these people when you go to their social media platform and don't even have no pictures of themselves. Why respond? Come on, man. You have to understand, man, in this world of life, that people are always going to have their opinion and going to want to share their opinion and criticism of you on the internet. So Lizzo, turn off your comments on Twitter. Post your content. Keep growing in your craft. Keep enjoying your life. And understand that you have such an amazing brand. You have so many companies that have partnered with you, want to do work with you because of your mindset. It's because of your energy. It was not because of your looks, Lizzo. It's because of your nice, awesome personality. Keep that joy and keep pressing forwards. So let's kind of go into it. She went on to say that I just logged on in the app, and this is the type of stuff I see about me on a daily basis. Well, Lizzo tweeted, it's really starting to make me hate the world. And someone in the comments said I eat lots of fast food. I literally stopped eating fast food years ago. Listen, Lizzo. Listen. The fact that you felt the need that you are reading the comments, I hope she has somebody in her camp that is telling her, stop reading the comments, Lizzo. Because at the end of the day, there is a void there that she still is not happy with how she looks. And you know how I know that is because of that statement on what she made. And this is what I was stating in the last story that I talked about with DC Young Fly and his baby mama who was deceased, Jackie O, is that it's so very important that we as individuals have to get to a place that we love ourselves unconditionally. We really have to get to a place where we love ourselves enough where we don't put ourselves in stressful situations and that we don't put ourselves in things that are out of our control. Now, she also shared a tweet that theorized that she was unwilling to shed weight because it's her brand. She said, "I'm not trying to be fat. I'm not trying to be smaller." Lizzo tweeted in response, "I'm literally just trying to live." She said, "I'm literally just trying to live and be healthy. This is what my body looks like even when I'm eating super clean and working out." And this when she added in the tweet, "I hate it here." She went on to say that the love definitely do not outweigh the hate on social media, all because I'm fat. She said that this is crazy. She said that I've always led with my talent, but when I dropped good as hell, feel good music was corny. When I dropped Juice, disco pop wasn't for them. When I was body positive in 2016, being body positive was pandering. Now everybody on that wave, and I'm still I'm just gonna say this, man, for Lizzo. And this is for anybody. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Is that I have social media. And as I mentioned before, briefly ago, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch. I've gotten comments. People have said things to me. Half the time, I don't even read the comments. But, I get notifications on my iPhone and then, I'll take a look at the notification. I'll read the comment. Someone can say the nastiest thing about me, man. I'm just like, you know what? You move on. Let me tell you the reason why. Because I love me. I love me enough. I'm in love with me. That's important to me. When you are in love with yourself, it helps put a covering, a shield over your mind that no matter what someone says about me, I love me. Listen to what I'm about to say. You can't rely on someone else to love you more than you do. You have to have this mindset that no matter what happens and what other people think of me, at the end of the day, I'm going to love myself. Listen, guys, I really appreciate y'all, man, for joining me on this live stream. I'm actually on all these platforms. I'm on Facebook. I have two Facebook 3 Facebook pages. I have Affirmative Talk Show. I have Affirmative Talk. I also have a Facebook group called Affirmative Talk. I'm actually on YouTube, Affirmative Talk. I'm on Twitch, Affirmative Talk, and I'm on Twitter. And I'm on this new platform, Kick. That's Kick, Kick. You can follow me on that platform as well. It really mean a lot to growing on my platforms. Really appreciate it. And those are my opinions on the topics that I wanted to share today. So tune in. I go live every Monday through Saturday, starting at 9 a.m. And that's it. Y'all take care.